Hey, what's up, everybody? BDF 40. What's up? What's up? Hope everybody's having a good day. Today, with therapy session, because I haven't made one in a couple of days, um, I don't necessarily think there's any rhyme or reason to that. Normally, when I haven't done a therapy session, it's because I felt um, didn't have anything to say, or I was preoccupied with other things, or you know, stuff like that. It's really the reason why you won't see me do a therapy session for several days, and that's exactly what it was this time. Um, it was a very interesting thing because for me, I wasn't in a bad mood at all, not by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, these last couple of days have been solid. I think for me, I'll tell you guys the God's honest truth. I've been working out a little more than usual, and to be honest with you, it's required more recovery time, and it's been very cold for LA. Not cold for real life, because I know what real cold is. This ain't that, but for what we're used to, it's been really cold. So when you couple how sore I've been, how much working out I was doing before that, of course, and then the overall coldness of it all, I've just been trying to, you know, keep my mind on staying warm in this apartment, keep my mind on other things that I'm doing. I've been kicking up more art pieces as of late. These last couple of days kind of put me in a nice little zone for that. Obviously, the Lakers have been doing a lot, so you've been seeing me make this content for the Lakers. But as far as getting on here and just, hitting y'all with the word or whatever it is, I just haven't had that as part of my mindset these last 4 or 5 days. It just ain't really been there like that. I haven't really wanted to get on here and get all serious about nothing. It's just, it inspires itself. When something's there to talk about, I just go in. When I'm feeling something that needs some talking, I just go in. And when it ain't there, the discipline and the balance is to not tell myself that I need to be doing something, or that there needs to be a therapy session, or that I gotta come up here and make up something to keep that energy going. That's not real to me, to be completely honest with you guys. I think, and that's one of the reasons why I don't really do this for the numbers, because I often find content creators, when they make some really good stuff that's really intriguing, they find themselves trying to match those numbers. I'm watching the NBA do it right now in regards to the overall scoring era we're in. They're trying to inflate the numbers because they're trying to match the numbers of the most recent past. And my thing is, you had some really, really super talented guys playing some really, really unique basketball, and some really non-disciplined guys defensively trying to guard them, during that era. And now we've come out of that, and they still want those inflated numbers. And it's just like, when you're chasing numbers, you're going to do things the wrong way. You're going to cheat the game. You're going to force stuff. You're going to force it. And from my perspective, if I try to chase what I feel is intriguing content, I'm going to be up here saying a bunch of bullcrap that ain't going to really hold no substance. And that's the complete opposite. The complete opposite of what it is that I'm about. You know what I mean? Get up here and just start talking about stuff, just make up something and just say, see, now that's what it is because this is what's important. And then just throw in the words people behind the curtain a couple times or something. I'm not that guy, bro. I'm not chasing anything as it pertains to success. What I'm doing is looking for natural, organic inspiration. And when it comes, I give it to you exactly that. There have been days, as you know, if you follow close enough, where I've done 5 and 6 therapy sessions, sometimes an hour apiece, because I had so much in my head. And then there'll be days like these last couple of days where there's nothing wrong, it's nothing specific, and I got nothing to say in regards to therapy sessions. But all in all, I just wanted to touch down with everybody and let them know where I'm at as it pertains to that. I don't want people to think that I'm avoiding having conversations because something is going on, or that I've forgotten about these specific things that I want to do in regards to this channel. Nah, when it's not there, it's just not there. So that's really what it is. It's for myself. I've been enjoying a lot of blessings that have come my way. A lot of blessings, you guys. That's what I guess I can share in these last couple of days. Just the workout effort that I've been finding. It's a thing, because for me, all my life, I've never really worked on my chest very much. There was a couple eras in my life where I put some emphasis on it. Like the first time I decided I was going to lose weight, I tried to incorporate some push-ups into my thing. During an era when I was like 23 years old, I was going to the gym with my homeboy every day for like 3 and 4 hours a day for like a good 8 months. So that was a good era for me to really kind of work on bench presses and stuff like that. But I was working from a place where there was no muscle whatsoever, so I didn't really get a chance to develop that the way that I would have liked to have looked at the time, because I needed a lot more work than the hours that I was putting in, unfortunately, for where I was at. But I kept with it. Even after I left that era of my life, I started some other things that allowed me to kind of keep fitness and routines in my life. I found something called Insanity back in like 2005 or 2006 when I first got that program in my life. I did that like 3 times. And so if you know that program, it's an intense, high speed, heavy sweat, heavy jump around type of home workout that gives you a schedule of like 5 days a week, and you're working out for like 45 minutes a session, and then like 2 sessions out of the week or 3 sessions out of the week, they'll throw an extra video in there for like 25-30 minutes, something like that. So I was getting a lot of discipline built into my mindset back then as it pertains to that particular program. But it didn't really have me working on my chest like that. It didn't have me pushing weight off that specific area. It was giving me everything else. And as I continued to grow in my journey of fitness, got older, I kept working out, but it was never the emphasis on that weakened area. As the older you get, the more weak it is, more or less in terms of your mindset, and you just don't want to break that in. Well, these last couple of days, I've been taking my little 30-pound weights and everything that I've been doing with my push-ups. And I think I told you guys about my little push-up routine that I've been doing for like a year, where every time I use the restroom, I'll get down and do a random number of push-ups, no matter what it is. And I've been doing that for over a year, so it's like I've built up the resistance necessary to start the real process of getting that chest going with that year. You know what I mean? All because the little stuff that I was doing was never giving me enough pressure on the push-ups. And of course, there was another era in my life about right before that car accident that I always tell you about, where I was doing push-ups every day. When I was working at downtown, I was really incorporating push-ups into my life. So I've had eras where I did push-ups, but it just never formed the whole chest. It never got me where I need to be to look where I want to look. So over these last couple of days, I've just been going crazy with that. And as a result, it's required me to be in bed a little more, because it got brand new muscle building in your back, lower back, middle back, muscles that hurt to breathe when you push them. You know what I mean? That's the kind of muscles that I got going on that have been growing in for these last couple of days. So it's just like I didn't want to do a whole lot, all right, in terms of working out. But with the habits that I've incorporated into my lifestyle and the inspiration that I find, having conversations with a friend of mine who we help each other every morning, with good morning texts, and you keep going and stuff like that. She sent me a video yesterday morning while I'm sitting there sore, whole body sore, of her on the treadmill or the bike, and I'm like, and she was like, "We're motivated, let's go." And I'm like, "Today's my rest day, but I don't know why you sent me that." So, I'm gonna be working out when I see something like that. So I proceeded to get up and push myself even harder yesterday. You know what I mean? Than I had been before. So it's like today, you would think would be a recovery day, but I'm getting to a point where I'm almost obsessive about how hard I'm pushing my push-ups, how hard I'm doing these chest presses, how hard I'm doing my squats with those same weights. And I just got a whole full body routine in this house that takes up a lot of time, you know what I mean? But it's starting to give me the results that I'm looking for, because I'm eating a lot better than I did all them other times when I was doing all these push-ups and stuff. So with the diet being strict and the workout being obsessive and the rest being there, I'm just finding myself sharpening up physically, and I'm starting to see the results that I've been looking for my entire life. You know what I mean? They're starting to finally come in. So if anything, that's kind of what I've been dealing with. The recovery is painful for non-athletes like myself, for people who didn't grow up with a lot of muscle and a lot of athleticism. But I'm fortunate because I do find that I have a very special ability to just continue to push myself and stuff like that. I'm not going to sit up here and say I'm athletic, but I am finding that I'm especially durable, which is something I didn't know as a young person. You know what I mean? It's like some people get hurt a lot. Some people, they can't keep going. For me, when I'm finding out, is the more working out I do, even though I'm aging, and I thought this was the opposite, the faster I'm able to recover. That's what I'm finding. My recovery time and what it takes to make the body not hurt as much. It's not as many hours of sleep now. You know, I can sleep for a good 4 hours in the daytime after a massive workout. And then I may be able to work out after I wake up from that 4-hour nap, as to where maybe a year ago, that was not the case. I would need a day and a half to recover from some of this stuff. So it's like, I'm just getting in better shape. I'm getting stronger. And it's strange. It's strange in a way because, you know, I live my life as somebody who's a lot younger than I am. You know what I mean? And then I look in the mirror and I look a lot younger than I am. So it's a real wacky thing. I look in the mirror and I honestly feel and look like I'm 25, 26 years old, except for in the face, where I can definitely see all the years in my eyes. But, you know, that's the point. It's like I'm in a fortunate position, a very unique position where I'm almost 40, but I'm in great shape. And I'm developing habits that I think can even propel me toward even better shape. So I'm just appreciating the time that I've been able to dedicate to that. And I'm just being as obsessive and cautious with my recovery as I can be. And then I'm eating, you know, the right stuff, chicken and rice, bananas and stuff like that, potassium, stuff like that, that puts the weight on. So I'm doing it all natural, no creatine, no powder, none of that stuff. I have put nothing foreign in my body in regards to adding muscle to it. So if I'd have been adding a little more to it, I'd be much bigger, much more hefty. But I know if you put creatine water weight on you and you stop working out for even 2 weeks, it's going to turn into water weight. I've already been there. So I'm not going that route again. It's all natural. I just want the real muscle. I ain't doing no surgery or nothing like that. If I were to ever get rich, I'm not doing nothing. I am keeping my body exactly the way God made it, and I'm letting it go out the exact way He intended for it to. But the intention is to work this thing, work it and get the most out of it. And so I think the most important aspect of what it is that I've accomplished in regards to developing the mindset to keep coming back to this is why I'm doing it. It's the why. You know, I've dedicated what I'm doing to God, not to myself, not to vanity, not even really to health, to be honest with you. It's been strictly about my spiritual connection and trying to grow in that. And when I grow in that, it prompts me to make better decisions with other areas that accompany that. My mindset isn't as negative, so when it's time to do an extra set, I'm getting up and I'm doing it. That part of me that wants to relax, since I'm so close to God and I'm learning to love myself even more, I'm fighting that side of me instead of adhering to it. That side of me that says I want to lay down instead of doing a set of 40, well, that side of me that says let's do that set of 40 is much more trusted voice in my mind. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's the difference. That is the difference. It's so much easier to punk out when your spirit ain't right, when you don't have your why, when the why isn't backed up by something divine. It's easier to quit. It's easier to say, nah, I'm good. I'm going to eat this burger instead of doing this set. How many times have I been at a crossroads like that in this process? And then I'm thinking in my head thoughts of encouragement. It's been a lot lately. Encouragement as it pertains to, nah, you're fine. You don't need that. Nah, you're fine. Let's do a set. Then we'll lay down right after that. Nah, we don't feel like adhering to weakness. We feel like looking better and feeling better in the mirror. So let's do what gives us that. I know your chest is hurting and it's starting to burn, but let's feel the power of pushing even more, because that's going to give us what we're looking for. Like, that voice is trusted more in my head. You know, and that's the difference. It's trusting the good side of you, the side of you that wants to work, the side of you that wants to fight the weakness within. You know what I mean? That's the side of me that is getting more respect. So that's what it is. I want people to find their why first. You can have everything in place, but if the thing that makes you go isn't there, you will not. You know what I'm saying? You will not. That thing in your head that tells you to relax, or that you're not worthy, or that we're weak and we're not going to get strong no matter how far we go with this. You know, there was a part of me that used to think, man, I'm not going to keep working on my chest, because no matter what I do, if I take 2 weeks off, it's just going to undo everything I've done, because there's so much there that's not strong. You know, it's like I got to do so much work. Even when I build, I'm still hurting. There's still so much grueling pain etc., etc. But it's like that voice doesn't hold much respect when I'm giving, my intentions to a higher power, and that higher power is telling me that I can do it. You know what I mean? That higher power is giving me that confidence to say, listen to the voice that's going to give you the path toward getting what you want. That voice that's telling you not to is the voice that accumulated the weakness that you're fighting against. Like, that's what you're fighting against. It's not something that's friendly to you. It's lying to you. It's telling you that you want to be what it is that you don't want to be. So stick with me. Do what we're supposed to do, and you'll get the results you're looking for, just like you have up to this point. And as I've told you guys, it was that voice of God in the midst of turmoil that told me to first do them push-ups. You know what I mean? I was sitting in depression, damn near with tears in my eyes, when the Lord said, give me 10 push-ups. And I know I've said that in this camera at least 7-8 times. It's the truth. And I've been at it ever since. So it's like, when you do it for him, when you do it for the right reasons, it's easy to override the stuff that would otherwise keep you from doing it. It's easier to say, nah, the world's schedule for me ain't as important as what the Lord's plan for me is. So let me take us 35-40 seconds here and do what it is that I need to do to get this set done. Like, those are the type of things, man. You will set aside the time. You will listen to the voice that has the better advice. You'll develop that voice and give yourself better advice based on the fact that you are now on your own side. You are with you in ways that maybe you weren't when you were struggling with negative voices that were telling you the opposite. So this is what I'm learning, man. If you don't have your why, you can have everything lined up on the table, but you're not going to pick up the right stuff at the right time. You got to have your inspiration and your motivation and your foundation in place first in order to execute the task necessary as consistently as necessary. So that's what I've come to learn, man. Spirit first, mind first, love self first. Then you'll be on your side. Then from there, when you're on your side, you'll tell yourself the right stuff and you will do it. That's the formula, man. So I encourage everybody to find their why and keep it, and let their why be worthy, so that you don't look in the mirror and question your why. Because that's what it's going to be if it's for the wrong reasons. If your why is because you want to, I don't want to ruin anybody's plans, but if it ain't about it making yourself better for either a higher power or for a greater love within yourself, chances are it's just going to end up failing. It's got to be about one or the other. Either you want to better yourself for yourself, or you want to better yourself for a higher power, I believe. Let one of those be your why, and I think you'll find your results. So I guess that's what the therapy session will be, you guys. I think that'll be just that. Since all I've been really doing is working out and recovering, I guess that's what I got to say. But I encourage everybody to do keep their why, keep your health in mind. Do understand that if you do nothing and you adhere to all of the different things that you see on the commercials, it's just going to lead you straight to an unhealthy life and an early death. As morbid as that sounds, that's exactly what the world will do for us if we don't do anything at all. We will buy everything they tell us to buy, and we will die. My name is BDF 44. I thank you all for watching. I'm out.